start by taking those legs, and if you can keep your hands up out of the way, we're just going to rotate the legs to one side so that they drop 90-90 to one side, and then rotate to the other side. So I'm actually going to just turn a little bit so that you can see that happening. So start from one side, pick up your knees, let them rotate to one side, see if you can drop down and get that hip down, sitting up nice and tall. Bring them up, and we're going to go to the other side with those knees. So you're going to feel this probably in your back a little bit. You're going to feel your hips come through middle where you're sitting up tall, both knees are up, and then drop to one side, try to get that hip down. Come back up, drop to the other side, try to get that hip down. Come back up, I'm wiggling all forward, that's okay. You'll get an opportunity to wiggle back in a minute to one side. Good, over to one side. And back, try to sit back onto that hip and then go over to the other side. One more time each side, back to one hip. And then rotate and go to the other hip. All right, now probably on one of those sides, you felt one side was a little bit easier than the other. I'm just going to sneak back to my mat. And I want you to start on the easier side where you can feel like you can get both sides of your pelvis down and up nice and tall. We're just going to put that hand down. That's where your knees are bent. We're going to take this arm up, and we're just going to rotate under this arm, trying to get that hip down on the outside. So exhaling to rotate under, and then just lift up and come over into a little stretch there. So come up, take that arm and thread that needle, rotating your body under, and then come back up. Try to keep that outside hip pressing down and flex over. One more time, we'll come up and thread under. This time, come up and go over. Good, we'll bring it back up, and we're going to rotate the legs to the other side. So I'll say, if you're finding that it's uncomfortable sitting like this, start by putting a pillow or a couch cushion or a yoga block, if you have one handy, underneath your hips. It will help. If you've done that and it still doesn't feel good, take your legs and just sit how they're comfortable. It's important to me that your hips are down on the mat or on the floor here if you can. So your other arm is to the floor. We'll start over with the stretch, then we'll take it under. Come over with that arm. Press away and take it under. One more time, go over. Press away and take it under. Good, and release and stack it up. And let's continue to twist. So I want you to bring both legs out in front of you here with the knees bent, sitting up straight and tall. We're just going to add a nice little side twist here. So let's take the arms and reach them out. They're not higher than your shoulders and they're not behind your shoulders. They're in front. We're going to rotate to your right. Inhale, and then exhale. See if you can rotate a little further. Come all the way to center. Twist to the right. Exhale, or to your left, excuse me, and see how far you can go with it. And inhale back to your center. Exhale, nice twist over. Inhale to center. Exhale, rotating. Keep your legs relaxed if you can. Inhale back to center. One more time. Exhale to your right. Inhale it over. And exhale to your left. And inhale it over. Let those legs relax out. And again, pillow underneath your glutes is a great way to let this happen. Bring them in just enough so that there's not pain in your hips or your back. And you don't feel like you're stretching to go out. They're in a little wider than your shoulders. We're going to walk your fingers forward. Keep your pelvis in place. Imagine you're peeling away from a wall. Exhale. You're going to inhale back up, articulate it all the way up, lifting through the pelvic floor, and sit up nice and tall. Drop your chin and peel down away from a wall, walking the hands forward, reaching. And then inhale, walk it back up. Articulating, lifting through that pelvic floor, come all the way back up. Exhale, peel down like you're peeling away from wall. Give that low back a nice little stretch. Thoracic spine rounding, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, come back up. Good. Now we're going to deepen that twist a little bit. So knees can be soft here if that helps you to keep your back nice and strong. Hands can be behind the head. Now, if that's not right for your shoulders, if you're feeling a pinching sensation, I Dream of Jeannie is perfectly fine here. So elbows are down just a little lower than your shoulders. Inhale, we're going to rotate to your right just like before. Now on your exhale, you're going to think of this right elbow staying this is your left elbow toward your right knee, with your right elbow going up toward the ceiling, and then stack back up and come back to center. So it's like your saw. Inhale to twist, exhale to round that right elbow toward your left knee, left elbow up to the ceiling, feel that deeper stretch, stack it back up, elbows wide, come back to center, inhale. So we inhale, twist, exhale, round, inhale, stack, exhale, untwist. Inhale, twist, exhale, round, inhale, stack up, exhale, untwist. Inhale, twist, exhale, feel that length of the spine. Inhale, stack, exhale, untwist. See if you can get that elbow to the floor. Press the right hip to the floor. Inhale up, exhale. Let's go one more each side. Feeling that nice twist. Exhale, over. Inhale, stack. Exhale, release. Last one to your left. Exhale, over. Inhale, stack. Exhale, untwist. Release those shoulders. Shake everything out and relax. Bring the legs in. Just give them a nice little shake. And let's warm up those feet just a little bit. So you can let your hands rest next to you or behind you to give your hip flexors a little break there. I want you to take your toes and press them down to the floor. Feel that stretch. Now flex your feet, toes first. Then pull the balls of the feet up. Then see if you can lift the heels a little bit by pulling the toes toward you. So if you look, my legs are staying on the floor here, but I'm really engaging enough so that my heels actually lift. Now press them down. Try to press through the ball of the foot first, then press the toes down to the floor, feeling the bottom of the foot curling down, trying to get the top of your foot toward the floor almost, and then pull the toes to you, pull it up, toes come back, heels come up. Anybody finding with all of this at-home time and barefoot time, we're getting feet cramps and things like that? While you're here, the toes are flexed to you. See if you can spread them out nice and wide. So if my fingers were your toes, they're going nice and wide, opening out. And then you're going to press down and press the toes down to the floor, trying to curl the bottom of that foot. Pull back up, flex the toes to you, and press back through, articulate and press down. Now, let's see if we can do one at a time. So pull one foot up, pointing the other one down. Good, now press, switch, press down with the other foot, pull the other toes to you. Switch, pull the toes on one side, press the toes down, switch and press. So it's kind of like we're doing running here, right? But we're not really on the reformer. So you're still engaged in your legs. You're just pressing down with one toe, pulling up, and then pressing down with the other. When you pull up, try to spread those toes. When you press down, try to get that big toe to touch the floor. Pull back up, push. Pull it up, push. Alternate, push. Alternate, press. Alternate, press. Alternate. Here's 4. Here's 3. Just warming those feet up. Last 2. And last 1. Good, now just let them release and relax. Bring your feet in, give your hip flexors a little stretch right here, and give yourself a nice little rock side to side. Is everything okay, Stephanie? I'm going to unmute you so I can hear.
No, I just have to put my on Do Not Disturb because I'm getting all these text things coming through.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear them. Okay, I'm going to mute you back on. All right, moving on. So your knees are apart right now. Your feet are together. You're in this little almost butterfly-like position, right? We're going to take a nice inhale. We're going to add that same twist, but we're going to add a little spine stretch. So you can bring the feet a little further away from you if you need to, and I'm going to stay turning sideways just a little so that you can see my back. I want you to think of using your legs to help pull your spine forward, opening out. Feel that nice stretch. Good. Now use your legs, push away, and think of rounding your spine into itself. Inhale, use your legs, rotate forward. So you're in front of the pelvis and you're almost arching the back. And then you're going to push back and use the legs to create some tension. Pull into the legs and almost arch the back, neck long, and then pull away, round it back. Good. Now, I'm going to have you take this over to one side. So what you're going to do is think of pressing forward toward your feet first. Now, just think of leaning with your rib cage over to one side, but keep that hip down, and then scoop in and round back, and then lean over to the other leg, and then come forward, open that chest. So I'm going to rotate forward so you can kind of see how that's happening. You're going to reach the chest. We'll rotate to one side with the rib cage, but the hips are still down. You round back. We're scooping around a circle, feeling that nice rotation through the spine. Rotate to one side, pull back, rounding the spine. So now you're behind your tailbone or behind the ischial tuberosity. Come over to one side. Get back in front of those ischial. Good. Go the other way. Exhale. Scoop it back. Round it through. Come all the way up and open. Exhale. Scoop it back. Inhale. Come forward. Exhale, round back, scooping in, come up. Exhale, round back, scoop in, come up. Inhale, one more to each direction. Exhale, scoop in, round back, and come forward. Inhale. Exhale, scoop in, round back, and come forward. Inhale. Good. Release those legs. Just relax everything right there for a minute. All right. We're going to rotate back down. We're coming into a nice shoulder bridge here. So I'm going to have you come all the way down onto your mat. Heels are in about hip distance apart, so as far apart as your ASIS bone. Knees are going straight ahead. I'm going to rotate just a little on my mat here so that you're able to see my feet. Okay, so shoulders are relaxed and down. Neck is down on the floor. Neck is staying long away from those ears. We're going to take a nice inhale. Spine should be nice and warm, but you're going to roll up, articulate through, lift the hips up. Inhale. Exhale, roll down, articulate through, release to your neutral. Exhale, spread those toes nice and wide on the floor and roll it up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, roll it down, lengthen through, articulate the spine, release to your neutral. Exhale, imprint, articulate it up, one vertebrae at a time, holding at the top. Inhale. Exhale, roll it down, lengthen through. Let's add on. You're going to exhale, roll it up and come up. Let's stay up here, lift up onto your toes. Hold here with the glutes pressing up, your abdominals engaged. Lower your heels and lift your heels for 8. Lower and lift for 7. Lower, toes spread wide for 6. Lower, 5. Lower, 4. Lower, 3. Lower, 2. Lower, 1. Hold, inhale. Exhale, lower your heels, roll the spine down. Hopefully you're not feeling any pain or pressure in that low back. You should feel your glutes squeezing when you're at the top there and your core staying very engaged and stable. We're going to add on a single leg. If you find that it's too much to add the single leg, just put that foot down and continue holding, okay? So we're going to roll up just like we did before. Imprint, lengthen through, then squeeze the glutes, press the hips to the ceiling, coming all the way up into a nice bridge. I want you to carefully peel one foot up off the floor and bring that leg to tabletop. Now, you could stay here, and that could be enough for you, but I'd like to see if you can extend that leg straight up. Now, keep that leg straight. Keep your hips right in place. Flex the foot lower. Inhale, point it up. Flex the foot lower, just the leg, till it's parallel to the other leg, then inhale it up. Exhale, flex lower. Inhale it up. Flex lower, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, flex lower, abs tight. Inhale up. Try to relax your shoulders. Inhale it up, hold there. Bend the knee, put the foot back down, toe, ball, heel. Stay where you are, inhale. On the exhale, peel the other foot up off the floor. Bring it to tabletop. Keep your hips in place. Extend the leg up. Keep the hips lifted, abdominals engaged. Press your heel down. Inhale, point up. Exhale, flex down 2. Inhale up. Exhale, flex down for 3. Inhale up. Keep that back engaged. 4. Inhale up. Abdominals compressing. 5. Inhale up. 1 more for 6. Inhale it up. Bend the knee. Put the foot down. On the exhale, roll the spine down, lengthen through. Articulate. Release to your neutral. And from here, just let your hips drop. One side. Other side. By hips, I mean knees, of course. Good. Come back in. Now, I'm going to have you walk your feet a little closer in together and rotate out. So now you're in like a first position, right? Now here's a little bonus for you. If you had a little block or something nearby, you could place your heels on that block. That's going to add on a little bit more, or a book or a couple books. Feel free. Otherwise, you're fine on the floor, okay? So now I'm going to have you keep your heels together, and I'm just going to show you your heels are in this diamond shape or first position, right? They're going to stay on the floor. Take a nice inhale. Now, maintaining your neutral. So you're going to hip lift everything just up off the floor, and then that's as high or as low as you're going to go. We're going to come up higher to that bridge, but our knees are open now in lateral rotation. Inhale, hinge down just so you're almost touching. Exhale, up for 2. Inhale, hinge down, up for 3. Inhale, hinge down, up for 4. Inhale, hinge down, abdominals engaged, 5. Inhale, hinge down, 6. Inhale, hinge down, 7. Inhale, hinge down, hold up here for 8. Pelvis stays in place. You're going to squeeze in with the inner thighs and rotate out for 8. In, out for 7. In, out for 6. In, out for 5. In, out for 4. In, out for 3. In, out for 2. In, out for 1, and hold it. Lower the hips down and release. Bring both knees into your chest. Give everything a nice relax. Let's take one leg down. You can relax on the floor and extend it up. And while you're here, flex and point that foot and just deepen that stretch. Good. Now, I have the block resting right behind my knee on that other side. The great thing about that is it gives me something to engage with. I can find the neutral in my pelvis here. Keep this leg right where it is. Relax the arms. We're going to circle the leg. Inhale. Exhale, bring it up without letting the pelvis move. Circle, inhale. Now, you could have a slight bend in this knee, and that's okay. The important thing is your pelvis is staying nice and still as you circle. Inhale. Exhale, up. Inhale. Exhale, up. Inhale. Exhale. Now reverse. Inhale out. Exhale up. Abs connect. Keep the pelvis still for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale for 4. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Good. Bend that knee and just release it back out. And we're going to switch the leg. You're going to bring the other knee in and give it a nice release for your back. And then extend it up to the ceiling. And while you're there, stay in the stretch for your hamstring first, and let's just flex and point and flex and point. Good. Then keep that foot pointed. Soften that knee just a little bit if you want to. It doesn't have to stay perfectly safe. You're going to perfectly straight. You're going to circle down. Inhale, exhale up. Circle down. Inhale, exhale up. Circle down. Inhale, exhale for 3. Circle down. Inhale, exhale for 4. Circle down. Inhale, exhale for 5. Pelvis stays still. Exhale, reverse. Circle open. Inhale, exhale up. Circle open, exhale up. Circle open, exhale up. Circle open, exhale. One more. Circle open, exhale up. Bend the knee. Place that foot down. This time, release the arms up overhead and give yourself a nice long lengthened stretch. Good. If you have that ball or block behind your knees, keep it there. If you don't, feel free to grab yourself a little pillow and just tuck it underneath. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that. I'm just going to let. Yes, perfect, perfect. Excellent. 1 second. Okay. All right. So you've got that little pillow right behind your knees, right? Yes, Carol, that's perfect. Yes, that's it, Stephanie. Now, the nice thing about that pillow, putting that there, is it gives your psoas a nice little release or relax. So it allows your hip flexors to release, so it's not going to pull your back into any unnatural positions. It's a really great way to start practicing your roll up and keep your neutral in your spine. So we're going to do a roll up prep, all right? So we're not going to be doing a full roll up here. You're going to stay where you are. The arms are going to reach up overhead unless that's painful. If that is painful for you, the arms just come out wide to your side and the hands don't go above your shoulders, okay? So if you can, the arms are up overhead. It's okay if they don't. They're going to circle around, reach toward your toes. You're going to keep your feet on the floor. Keep those knees bent and keep neutral in the spine here. We're only coming up as long as we can keep neutral. So I can only get up to about here before I have to pull my back down to the mat, right? Exhale, stay. We're going to stay here and let the arms come back up, then release all the way to the floor. So you're going to feel all that tension come back into the abdominals. So let's circle the arms. Inhale, nod the chin. Come up into flexion. As you exhale, stay up here. Let the arms come up, 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 and then release the upper body back down. Circle around, inhale, and exhale, and release it down. Circle around, inhale. Hold, exhale, reach, 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 and release it all the way down. Hold, exhale, and release all the way down. You should feel the rib cage really knitting, those obliques really knitting. Let's do one more. Inhale. Hold it, exhale. Now stay here if you can, abs nice and tight and strong. We're going to release one hand down to your side and then reverse the other hand. Now, if you're not going up above the head with this, it's okay if the arms are going out and then down. They go out and then switch. One arm out and then switch, or one arm up and scissor through. Up. Keep your pelvis still. Up. You're lifted in the pelvic floor. The abdominals are connected. Exhale, up and up and up and up and up and two and one. Release both arms overhead and then release back down. Excellent. Bend both knees and just slide that block or that pillow out from underneath your legs. Give your knees a nice little hug here. Okay, finishing up, working into this. We're going to come up for our little endurance series. Now, I've been kind of mean in that I'm taking the hardest parts of a Pilates workout and sticking them at the end of your workout. The nice thing is by then you should be nice and warm. These are 30-minute workouts, so it's a good way to get your body nice and warm and ready for, say, a bar class next, or the rest of your day, whatever that's going to be. So we're going to come into the full endurance series today. As you're doing this, if you're finding it's painful or stressing your neck or your shoulders or your back, eliminate one part of the body from it. So feel free just to put the head down and continue with the lower body, or let the lower body rest on the floor while the upper body does whatever the work is. Pay attention to your body. Remember, nothing should be done through pain, okay? So we're going to start in neutral spine if you can, tabletop with the legs. If neutral is not ideal for you, you're going to come into a light imprint of that lumbar spine. We're going to nod the chin and come into flexion. We're going to start, and everything is slow, controlled. Extend one leg out, bring the other knee in. Hands to the inside of the knee, outside of the ankle. Inhale, you switch. Exhale to connect. Inhale to switch. Exhale, connect. Inhale to switch. Exhale, connect. Shoulders relaxed. Exhale, connect. Inhale, switch. Exhale. Last two. Last one. Now, lower body stays still. We're going to glue those inner thighs together. Hands can rest either across the chest or just behind the ears. We're going to twist to one side, keep the lower body still. Exhale. Inhale to center. You're still in flexion. Exhale. Inhale to center. No movement in the lumbar spine. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. You're compressing the abdominals as you twist. One more. Last one to the side. Now, normally we would do obliques and add the legs. For today, we're going to go into scissors, actually. So I want you to extend the legs up. You're still in flexion if you can. You're going to let one hand travel up this leg that's coming towards you. The other one goes to the floor to hover. We inhale to come through center, switch. Exhale, exhale, switch. Deep, deeper with the hamstring stretch, with no movement in your pelvis. Deep, deeper. Think of squeezing down with that leg while this leg is squeezing up, 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 up. The legs don't have to be perfectly straight here. Your pelvis is staying nice and still. You're not flopping off of the mat behind you. Reach and reach. And you're not yanking on this leg. It's just adding a nice gentle stretch. Last one. Let's bring your legs together. Reach toward the toes a little higher and then release it back. Exhale. Beautiful. Release everything. We're going to finish with one final challenge / stretch. So grab the hold of one leg and rock yourself up. Grab a quick sip of water here if you want. Last exercise, and this can feel like a lot on the shoulders, so feel free to take a break sooner than I do if you want to. Okay, we're going to press your legs out, and we're going to have them a little bit apart. You're going to press your toes down toward the floor just like we did at the beginning of class. We're going to take a nice inhale, and we're coming kind of to a reverse tabletop here, okay? So you're going to inhale. Keep the kneecaps lifted so your legs don't hyperextend, and press the hips up toward the ceiling. Good. Now, let's just walk the feet so that you're in a little tabletop position. Good. Now walk them back out. Walk them in. Hold it. Walk them out. Abs are tight. Try not to let your hips dip as you walk in, walk out. Now, I've been moving with my right foot first the whole time. Let's go left. Try to keep your pelvis in place. Walk back out, engage. Left, right, press back out. One more. This time, hold in. Little tricep dip. You're going to dip and press up. Dip and press up. Dip and press 3. Dip and press 4. Dip and press 5. Dip and press 6. 2 more. Dip and press 7. Dip and press 8. Now sit down, release the legs, sit all the way up. Let's exhale to your right. Bring it up. And your left. Bring it up and draw in and think positive thoughts today. That's your Pilates mat class. Thank you, girls, so much.